Hi there. I'm Connie Myers. It's Saturday morning. It's 10 o'clock. So this must be to 70 and beyond. Happy Saturday before Christmas. And today I was going to be talking about leadership in trying times. However, this week has been an extraordinary week of emotion for me. And so I really wanted to talk about Crystalline Moments because it is the holidays and we can have all kinds of emotions and all kinds of things happen in our lives that create those crystalline moments. And they could be something devastating or they can be something that's absolutely phenomenal and fantastic and full of joy. So I don't know where you are this year, but obviously this year is a very different year for all of us coming into the holidays. So this. I really wanted to reflect on Crystalline Moments. So this book came out in 2015. This is actually the third edition of it. It's an international bestseller, being read all around the world. And I wrote the book, as I think I've mentioned many times, after my husband passed away. Well, I'm going to share with you three major events that happened to me this week. But first, I want to explain, and not in my words. I want to explain. The foreword was written by my dear friend Bernice Ross, who has her PhD in psychology, and she writes, "Have you ever had a flash of blinding clarity that completely transformed your life forever? These events are what Coni calls crystalline moments. Crystalline moments are not just moments of clarity. They are events that are so extraordinarily compelling that you choose to take your life in an entirely new direction. It's as if you have emerged from a closed chrysalis state. The emerging butterfly can never be a caterpillar again. Crystalline moments often meld pain and suffering with joy and happiness. For example, there can be beauty and joy coupled with death. It doesn't mean that you don't experience the pain of the loss. Instead, you experience an enlightenment where the transformative process begins and the pain begins to fade away. Crystalline moments are in the book. There, I'd have different stories of different people's crystalline moments. When you encounter these events on your personal journey, Crystalline Moments is your handbook for living a happier, more fulfilling life. Bernice, I've always appreciated the foreword that you did for me. So, in my introduction, I talk a little bit about my crystalline moments, and I actually had three when I was 10 years old. I'm not going to go into those right now because I have something more important to talk about. But um, this is one part I did want to read. In the process of researching for my book, I looked up Crystalline Moments and found a great story from a motorcycle magazine writer named Jeff Buchanan. He shares, "I was suddenly overcome by a feeling of absolute contentment. I thought to myself, how could this moment be any better? I was on the perfect bike. I was with the woman I wanted to be with, and we were in a beautiful part of the world. I felt this couldn't get any better, even if I was the richest man in the world." And in this moment, he calls it a crystalline moment. So this week was a full set of all different kinds of emotions for me. I had a very dear friend who passed and transferred over to the other side on Wednesday and did it under her own terms. And I talk a lot about my husband when he passed, how his passing was the greatest gift he ever gave me because it gave me this life. I know that my journey is changing because of the profound and beautiful way that she passed over. And that crystalline moment has completely changed my life forever. And I can't even really describe how it's changed my life because I have so much emotion in it. But I can tell you, if you are in the same situation, there is a gift, there is an opportunity. So it may be hard to understand at the time that you're going through it, but keep in the back of your mind that there is a gift and an opportunity in anybody that passes. And this week I said goodbye to a very dear friend of almost 30 years. So I give joy to her, and I know she's in a much better place. And then the next day, one of my family members, I won't mention who, um, he had been working for almost 2 years to get the woman that he loved to the United States. And so Wednesday, my friend passed away. Thursday morning, this beautiful new soul came into my family, and I can't wait to get to know her and love her. I already love her. So I went from sadness and profound, um, I was overwhelmed, to profound joy. And this crystalline moment, and what this is going to mean to my family member, my family, me, people all around us. And my friend who passed had an integral part in helping to make this happen. She wrote a beautiful letter. Anyway, then on yesterday, my sister, who's worked at the same company for 38 years, it was her birthday yesterday. She turned 63 yesterday, and she retired after 38 years. And talking with her last night was such a joy and such a I mean, the her new life, whatever that's going to look like, whatever she chooses for that to look like. All three of these events changed not just the person's life, but changed my life and many other people around them. So when you are having those events in your life, whether they're tragic like a death, or something as joyful as a new person in a relationship, or something as simple as, okay, I'm retiring, and what's this new life going to look like? Every one of these events changed not just my life, but other people's lives around this person. So I want you in this time of, I know there's lots of mixed emotion when it comes to the holidays. Some of us have we actually go into depression, and this year is probably even more difficult because we can't be with family members like we have in the past. We have to rethink how we're doing things. But know that there is a gift and an opportunity for every single one of us in these crystalline moments that are going to be happening from now through the new year. And think about, I can tell you that 2021, even if the pandemic goes on to the fall, I can promise you that the crystalline moments that are happening now in my life and the crystalline moments that are happening to you in your life, you can find those gifts and opportunities even though you may not think so. And one of the other things I want to say is, anyone that's out there that feels like they could use a crystalline moment handbook, please reach out to me, because it will be my gift to you to help you to step into those gifts and opportunities. So send me a message. You'll see this on Facebook, so you'll know where I am. Just reach out to me, and I will send you this book. So I hope that the holidays, however you celebrate them, are filled with joy and happiness and lots of beautiful crystalline moments. I love you all, and thank you for joining me on this journey of to 70 and beyond. This week has really made me appreciate that I have a way of expressing to all of you not just my personal journey, but how your journey can also transform and be something even more beautiful than you may have right now. I love you all, and I'll see you next Saturday. Yes, I'll see you next Saturday for the next to 70 and beyond. Have a beautiful week. I love you, and happy holidays.